Hi, everyone, and welcome. Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro with head coach Doug Pederson, our weekly one-on-one, presented by Wawa. And, Coach, Sunday night we've got a game here. The Rams and the Eagles, two young quarterbacks drafted at the same time, Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, and both going through the natural ups and downs that quarterbacks go through. And I wanted to talk about Carson and where you are with him. What are you seeing from him? Where does he go from here? Sunday in Dallas, a game that was an up-and-down game. What did you take from that game with Carson's performance?
Well, I thought that overall he did some nice things in the football game, and really the fourth quarter stands out, you know, with the 3 touchdown passes that he had, and really kind of made some really good throws down the stretch to keep us in that football game and a chance to win it down the stretch. And then, you know, the rest of the game was just sort of a chess match back and forth. I think both defenses played extremely well. You know, one obviously glaring statistic is the 1 for 9 on third down, which is for our standard is unacceptable, and we got to do better there. But I thought Carson's performance was good, and you know, we'll evaluate it with him and make the corrections and move forward to this week.
It was interesting watching Carson on Sunday in Dallas, really struggling for most of 3 quarters, and then like a shooter in basketball who just kept, it all started to really click. Is that a positive sign that you take from that game? Totally,
because number one is positive from the standpoint of where our football team is, and there was no quitting that football team and our football team, you know, in that game, and then to see our quarterback stay in there, and he was getting hit, you know, a little bit in that football game, and we weren't having the success on third down like we wanted, but sticking with it, trusting the plan, and just moving forward and making some throws that he did. And then the guys around him making plays. I think it's a credit to all the guys on offense, and quite frankly, you know, what Carson did to kind of keep us in that football game.
Have you seen enough of Jared Goff in the study early in the week here to get a sense of where he is this year? And the last 2 games have been against Detroit and then on Sunday night against Chicago, struggles for a Rams offense that had scored a lot of points prior to those games.
Yeah, he has, and you know, and again, he's another young quarterback in year 3 that you're going to find those lows every time. It's hard. It's going to take time for him as well. But the one thing too is he's improved this year. I would say like Carson did a year ago, where almost every throw he makes sticks, and he's really made some really good throws this year to some guys that we know have some speed and, you know, have some success on offense. They've been putting up a lot of points, but. So I would say that his accuracy has gone up this year, his completion percentage and things like that. Obviously his numbers are good, but again, that running game with Todd Gurley and that offensive line have really kind of kept them in a lot of these football games and really have allowed them to win, you know, more games than obviously 11-2, kind of where we were a year ago.
Is there ever a point in a career, is there a magic year that you, maybe through your experience, you say, it is here, this is the prime? Is there a 5th year that you kind of look at and say that's when a quarterback really arrives?
I don't know if you can put a year on it. I think you're constantly improving every year. I would say most quarterbacks, and this was kind of coming back, and when I played out of the West Coast system, they always said 3 years. Your growth process was through 3, but I think you're constantly learning and you're constantly evolving. I mean, you listen to Drew Brees, his press conferences or interviews that he does, or some of these veteran quarterbacks now, and they're constantly learning, and I think that's a sign of the success that they're having, and so yeah, Carson, we could say year 3, 4, 5. But I don't think you put a year on it. I think you just constantly are learning and getting better every year.
The record is 6-7, Doug. NFC East going to be tough to get there. You still feel like there's a chance to make the play. Do you think in those terms?
You know what? I still think we got a great opportunity. I know maybe the NFC is not there, but a wild card shot. I mean, you sit there and look. There's 6 teams that are sort of stamped in the tournament, and we're one of 2 that are on the outside looking in right now. And there's a lot of things that are going to happen here in the next 3 weeks. And what I love about where we are as a football team is we still get to control. If we have success and win, we're in a really good position to be a wild card team. And so that's what I said after the game the other day. I mean, we can't. Obviously, it hurts. It's tough to lose the way we lost, but we got to keep our heads up. We got to come to work and get ready for another good road test against a good football team. and still have an opportunity in front of us to make the postseason.
Maybe this is an introspective question that you don't even think about, but for you, this is your third year as head coach. First year was taking a young team and teaching them the Doug Pederson way. Second year, getting ready for the playoffs, man. And this year, a different kind of battle. So what's it like for you to go through this kind of battle for the first time?
Well, first of all, you going into the season, you didn't think we'd be sitting here at 6-7 after 13 games. And you can point to 2, 3, 4 plays this season already, and things could have been different. The one thing I love about our guys is it's a resilient group. They battle for 60 minutes, got great leadership. And for me, it's about keeping the ship upright and not letting things get away from us. And the only way I know how to do it is to continue to work hard during the week and prepare and get ourselves ready for the next game.
Get ready for Sunday night, primetime Eagles at the Rams. Doug Pederson, thanks so much. Our one-on-one presented by Wawa.